Enough of playing and watching TV. Go do your homework.
No.
It's time.
Tantrums in children can be very challenging. Like you see, every day we have to undergo a lot of adamant situation where the child is imposing a lot of pressure on us. When it happens, it becomes a challenge for the parent to handle it. And nowadays, parents are facing n number of challenges every day at home while handling the children. Here, I'm going to give you 5 simple strategies which can be effective, which are result oriented for you to practice every day. Myself, Rohini, Natural Frequency Parenting Coach. What are those 5 simple strategies? Let me tell you one by one what are those 5 simple strategies so that you are able to imbibe and practice it every day without having to really think about it. The first and the foremost cause of tantrum in a child is because of the nutrition that they take. Preferably, if they are taking foods which has high sugary content, like a packaged food, even in a potato chips or chocolates, whatever you're buying right now in a packaged form or in a pre-cooked form from a shop, it is always filled with preservatives. These preservatives really make the child addicted towards the emotions, and these addictive factors increases the emotional imbalance in a child. And when emotional imbalances are there, it is always that the children who are very small, they will not have control over themselves already, and this increases the uncontrollable factors in the children. So what you should be doing is, in a week, you should be aware that you are going to give the child only one time such kind of packaged foods or chocolates. You need to restrict the number of times you are going to give this food. I see every day, in order to stop the tantrum, parents start giving chocolates and chips or whatever packaged foods as a way to stop the tantrum. This is a very wrong cycle or a dangerous cycle which every parent has to break it. Otherwise, there is no reason that you can stop the tantrums in your child's life. So healthy nutrition is one of the important factors where packaged foods, high sugary substances with chocolates, cakes has to be in a very, very limited content given to a child in a week. This is important. Now, alternatively, what you have to do? Alternatively, you have to bring such foods which are going to give healthy nutritional facts to the child. Many of them are giving what are the nutritional value to these children. So you can alter those sugary substances with the organic sugars, which will not amount to like behavioral tantrums, but instead it will give the child whatever the sugar that the child needs. In that way, as a parent, you should be well aware that nutrition is definitely directly linked to the tantrum factor. This is the first thing which you should be aware of. The second and the important point is screen time. Screen time has to always be limited. But what is meant by limited? Nobody knows. Limited means they think that my child is experiencing only 2 hours of mobile or 3 hours of TV. Let me tell you an important factor. A child below 2 years should never be exposed to screen time. If they are exposed, then that means the body goes out of control. It's not told by me actually. It's told by an American Association Center. On a research, they mention it that the children below 2 years definitely cannot withstand the radiations of mobile or TV. So what we should be doing is, we may not be able to adopt such kind of lifestyle right now where everybody is dependent on gadget. But what we can do instead within this situation is, at least for every 4 to 5 hours, we can restrict screen time to 30 minutes per day. So for example, it's 24 hours. The children are going to sleep for 8 or 9 hours. You have 16 hours in a day. So 16 hours in a day, if a child is going to be there awake, what you can do is you can break the cycle into 2 or 3 or 4 times, and every 4 to 5 hours they are allowed to have 30 minutes screen time. If your child is below 6 years, you need to definitely make sure that the limited screen time has to be there. Otherwise, it is directly linked to their academic skills, it is directly linked to their behavioral skills. Why I said directly linked? It is going to make them less perform in their academic skills, or it's going to increase the tantrumatic nature in behavioral skills. Not only that, this more screen time amounts to a lot of autistic, dyslexic and other issues of brain development. So this is directly linked. So as parents, keep in mind that if your child, you feel that they are hyperactive or they are hyper in nature, that is probably because they have more screen time where they are experiencing at least 2 to 3 hours in a day that is high for them, for their own body. So limit it to 30 minutes in every 4 to 5 hours. This is the second important point. The first 2 points I have already explained to you, but the subsequent 3 important points I'll be sharing with you in a subsequent video where you can see the link in the description. This is Rohini here signing off, your natural frequency parenting coach.